Today, we're going to give you some tips on setting up your gradebook in Brightspace. Gradebook setup doesn't usually make the top of anybody's favorite tasks on their to-do list, but it is one of the smartest investments you can make at the start of a semester. The good news, Brightspace built a grade setup wizard, and it will help us walk right through it. The better news, when this is set up thoughtfully now, it prevents a lot of confusion, misalignment, and some late semester stress that can come with a poorly designed or poorly updated gradebook. In this session, we're using the Grade Setup Wizard to build a clear, aligned, and transparent gradebook. A well-structured gradebook isn't just technical, it communicates expectations, supports student trust, and ensures your grading aligns with your course outcomes. Today, I'll walk you through it step by step. The first step in this process is to choose your grading scheme. I highly recommend the weighted grading scheme. It comes out of 100%. Students understand percentages in that way. Of course, many people choose to go with the points value, and you're welcome to do that as well. There is a third option, and this is the formula option. It's not one that I have personally dove into yet, but we can figure it out if you want something a little bit more challenging. I'm going to hit continue. Step 2 gives you the options of how you would like your final grades released. A calculated final grade is one that cannot be adjusted at the end of the term easily to round up those extra hundredths of a point. Adjusted final grade allows you to do so. And then if you choose automatically release final grades, it makes the final grades available to students as soon as they are created. And I generally keep this on myself. I'll hit continue. Okay, so in step 3, you have 2 options on the top here of your ungraded items. So when the semester begins, you'll have all of your grade items in the gradebook. And what we're talking about right now is, will students have zeros across the board because they haven't done anything yet? That would be treat ungraded items as 0. So everybody's failing from day 1. If you choose drop ungraded items, which is my personal favorite, it means that it's only calculating the final grade to match what content and what assignments have already been completed. This is a great option, and I like it because this provides the student with the warning that, hey, you missed a deadline, you got a 0. Now, whether you hold that 0 firm or you give them the opportunity to then say, can I turn it in late? This gives them a nice little warning, plus it prevents you from having to go in and enter zeros for everybody who does not turn in a particular assignment. And again, I keep my automatically final grades are updated as we move along. Step 4, choosing your default grade scheme. This is a page that is supposed to be changing in the future, so that way we are not choosing any of these other campus grading schemes. In the meantime, however, you're going to want to make sure that you are selecting the GCC General Schema, which is what I have selected here. Then you scroll all the way down to the bottom and hit continue. Step 5 is an easy one. How many points or how many decimal places would you like your grades to go out to? I almost never change this. Number 6, this is an important one because it shows what the students are going to see when they log into their class and look at their gradebook. So student view display options, you can have them see their points value, the weighted grade percentage, the grade scheme symbol A through F, and a color. I like the color. So I've got all of those turned on right now. And then the number of decimal places to display. Yes, I still want to. Number of characters to display for text items. 50 is the standard. I don't think I've ever used that many. I don't mess around with it. And then final grade calculation, display final grade calculation to users. And then the final step is to look at our summary. So that is step 7. So this is everything that we have chosen: weighted, release final grades, drop ungraded items, automatically place a 0 for late submissions, the schema, decimal places, and how students are going to see their grades. So then we click finish. And now we have the chance to set up our grading items and grading categories. So in Manage Grades, this is where you're going to set up your categories and your gradable items that mirror what the syllabus says. So you'll go up to New Category. The categories in my syllabus may say your grade is comprised of essays, exams, and discussion boards. So those are the categories columns that I'm going to put in. So first we have essays. And the weight of the essays in this course probably be 50% of their overall grade. I am going to choose distribute weights by points across all items in the category because each of my essays are equal in weight across the board. This may not be the case. If you want to choose manually assign weight items or weight to items in the category, then in each essay item, I would choose how much of that essay equals the weight of that category. And display options looks good to me. I'm going to click Save and New, and I am going to do my next category, which is exams. This is worth 20% of their overall grade. I am distributing points evenly across all items in the category, and I'm choosing Save and New to put in my third and final category of discussion boards. Very important to online learning. And so the remainder that I have left, I believe, is 30%. Again, I will distribute weight and save and close. Let's see how we did. Okay, good. So my total final calculated grade is 100. Essays are worth 50%, exams are worth 20, discussion boards are worth 30. As you can see, there are no point values in this column yet. So now we need to create the items. And these items are the ones getting tucked into those categories to keep it nice and tidy and easily understood by students. You have many options here of how you would like to score your assignments. The general one is numeric, and this is the one I'm going to use for this video. The first item will be, I'm just going to say, essay 1 final draft. And I need to make sure that I choose the category that it's going into. Maximum points. So this is how you are going to score the essay as itself. If you use a 100 points, 100-point system, that's fine. If you use a 10-point system, that's fine. You can use whatever system you want. It will adjust the grade to match the weight that you have set up in the category. So I'm going to leave it 10 points. It's easy. All right, the grade scheme is already set up. This is a good opportunity to add your rubric if you have them created already. If not, we will show you how to do that in another video. And I am going to save and new. Essay number 2, final revision. Oh, again, choose the category. Maximum points, it's good with me. And then save and new. And then I'm going to choose one more, and let's just say this is your final research essay. I am going to put that in the essay column, but this time I'm going to make this worth 20 points, so it's going to be double that of the others. And save and close. Okay, so now if you look at this category, essays, worth 50% of the overall grade in the course, has a total of 40 points within that category. The first two essays are worth 10 points each, and the final research essays were 20 points. You'll see that the final research essay being worth 20 points makes the weight double. All right, let's put in some exams and discussion boards. So I went to new item, and I'm going to stick with the numeric choice today. And we will have exam 1, or how about if we just do something like midterm? And we'll put exams 20%. That's good. Maybe I'll throw in some bonus questions or effort based, and I could say, well, it can exceed the 10 points. So maybe somebody will get an 11 points. Save and new. And I think I'll just throw in a unit exam as well. Okay. In exams, maximum points. I think this one will just be 5. And save and close. Okay, so once again here, we have our midterm exam is worth twice as much as a unit exam. And based on our requests in the category setup, it has neatly fixed it for us. So the wizard is working. Now for discussion boards. New item. I'm just going to label them DBs. So that way we're not sitting here all day looking at me adding discussion board items. And we'll just do one more. Okay. Now, if you notice, I didn't change any of the point values for those discussion boards. They're all equal in value. And once again, the wizard did this magic. And we're still at 100%, 85 overall points. And now we have a nicely organized gradebook. So let's skip on over to the gradebook. And we have our test student in here, and it is showing that there's an essay column, exam column with our exams embedded, and the discussion board column with the discussion boards inside. Final grades columns are ready to roll. And now if we view it as a student, you go up here and you click on your name and view as GNC student. It's always nice to see what the students are going to see on their end. So this is student Sarah Wessel, and this is what they're going to see. So they know what's coming up, they know what they've achieved, they know where they stand, and it sets them up for being more confident in the course and in their abilities. And if they have questions, they will have more information to be able to come to you with their questions to get good answers so as to not waste a lot of time in the communications. All right, so I'm going to close that. And I hope this video was helpful and relieving some stress about setting up your gradebook using the Gradebook Wizard. It's not magic, it's just Brightspace D2L. So in the upcoming videos, I will show you how to connect your assignments, discussion boards, and quizzes to the gradebook, and then how to delete them, because that often happens where we make some mistakes or we want to change things up between terms. And We want to delete things, but it's not as easy as just clicking the trash icon. So I will be with you to walk you through that as well. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to talking to you soon.